We'll start our chapter. So we are going to start new chapter, probability. We'll complete by this week. Then we'll start our revision classes from I think fifth, sixth, seventh onwards. 7 to next 1 week we will have complete revision classes, practice question and all. Okay, our next chapter is probability. I think we are studying from class 9th, I think, or 8th. So this year also we are going to study about the probability only, but few more things we are going to add. The first thing is conditional probability. So first we go to the conditional probability. We'll take few example and discuss. For example, if I am tossing 3 coins, what are the sample space elements? What are the possible outcomes we can have? The class 10th we discussed hedge, 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 head, head, tail, HT, hedge. Then we can have PH, hedge, HT, 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 HT. Okay. Then we can have all the 3Ts, PTH, PHT, HTT. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here. We got total 8 outcomes if I cross 3 coins. I am taking the event E as, let E be the event having at least uh, one head or two heads. E be the event having at least 2 heads, and F is the event having first toss give you tail. Starting with E possibility, he has to start with E. Now, can you give me the sample space for event E? Elements of event E. Everyone can hear my voice, right? Yes or no? So, what are the sample space for event E? At least 2 heads. It should have minimum 2 heads. So, minimum 2 heads means it can have 3 heads also. So, my possible outcomes are H, 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 D, H, D, H, and then T, H, H. These are the outcomes. Remaining 4 will have only 1 head or 0 head. So, that cannot be included because they have minimum 2 heads. So, if I go for the sample space of F, all the outputs which are starting with T. So I think all these 4 will come starting with T. That means first toss should give you as A. Okay, now if I go further in the sample space here, the probability of each individual item. Okay, if you take probability of H, 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 it is going to be 1 upon 8. Like this, you take any probability of any single item, it will be 1 upon 8. What about the probability of at least 2 heads? That is if I go for probability of E. Probability of E, there are 4 sample space of 4 items in the event E. So probability of E will be 4 upon 8, which is equals to 1 upon 2. Okay. Now if I say probability of F, probability of F will be again 4 items samples, favorable outcomes are 4 and total number of outcomes is 8. So that is also will give you 1 upon 2. But if I give you the condition, here happening of an event E is at least 2 heads. That is for sure. I given already. But before I say at least 2 heads, let me change the question here. Probability of probability of happening E after F happens. What do you mean by this here? E should happen, but before happening of an event E, F is already happened. Okay. So if H already happened, so what is the probability of happening E? What do you mean by that? F is already happened and the probability of happening E. F is already happened means starting with T letters, that is already done. In starting with T letters after happening, what is the chances of getting E? Getting E means at least two heads. That means it has to satisfy F as well as E. It has to start with T and it must have two letters in it. Okay. So in this sample space, what is the letter starting with E? Sorry, starting with T and have two H. Only this is the letter which has starting with T and have two H. If I consider these ones, any of these three, okay, it has two heads, but it's not starting with T because F is already happened. That means starting with T letters, we already considered. Then after starting with T letters, it must have two heads. So this is we represent with probability of happening E after F happens. So this is how I'll written here, probability of happening E after F happens. Okay. So this is we call as the conditional probability of E. What is the condition here is, in this example, the condition is F already happened. So what is the chances of happening E after F happens? Is it clear the definition of conditional probability? How it is differs? What is the definition of conditional probability? Okay. Is it clear or not? Okay. Come to this. So we are taking sample space as this one. We already explained there are 8 elements in the sample space. Then the chances of the sample space of E is, that is two heads, at least two heads. We consider this one. F is starting with T. So these are the outputs we already considered. Now probability of happening E. There are 4 items are there, 4 upon 8. That is 1 upon 2. They are given. Probability of F is also given 1 upon 2. Now probability of E intersection F. That is the common elements of E and F. Here we are taken E as this one and F as these are the elements of E and F. If I want to go for E intersection F, the set with E intersection symbol, let me insert the equation. You have here E, this is common elements of E and F will be only TH is there in both of them. So it will be TH. Okay. So then the probability of happening E intersection F is also 1 upon 8 because there is only one element in the sample space. So it is 1 upon total possible outcomes in the sample space is 8. So it will be 1 upon 8. Okay. So E intersection F also is given as, just read the explanation which they are given. Now suppose we are given that the first coin shows tail, that is F occurs. F happens first. Then what is the probability of occurrence of E? After happening of F, what is the chances of getting E? After happening F means already happening of F. Okay, sample space of E slash F. After happen F, the chances of happening E is the sample space will have only THH. That's what they say. So here what happens is the sample space of happening E will have 4 just to happen E. If I don't give any condition, just to happen E, the sample space have 4 elements. After imposing the condition, okay, F happens first, then E happens. then my sample space will have only one element. So the number of elements after imposing the condition, the number of elements are decreasing. This is what they are given. This information reduces our sample space from the set S to its subset F for the event E. In other words, the additional information really amounts to telling us that the situation may be considered as being that of a new random experiment. Till now we solved whether the experiment is happening of E or happening of F or happening of some event, but we are not compiled both. After happening F, then E will happen. Such spaces or such questions we are not solved yet. So this conditional probability will help us to discuss more detail about the probability, the chances of more accuracy. Okay, so the formula for P of E slash F, that is probability of happening E after F happens, is given as probability of, here it is the formula, probability of E intersection F upon probability of F. Okay, probability of E intersection F upon probability of F. So that is the formula of P of E slash F. So let me insert the formula here. So this will give you P of E intersection F, that is probability of happening intersection of both, upon P of F. So F I consider here the event which already happened. Whatever the F they are given here, the same term I have to consider here. For example, if I give you P of E F slash E happening of F, after F E happens, then it will come P of E intersection F upon P of E will come. So depending on which term we take here, the same term appears here. So this is the formula of for conditional probability of an event. So take few example to understand this one. So what is the example? Okay, here the definition they are given. That's what we discussed here. If E and F are two events associated with the sample space of a random experiment, E and F both related to the same sample space. Okay, it cannot be two different sample spaces. It has to relate it to the same experiment. The conditional probability of the event E, given that F has occurred, that is P of E slash F is given by P of E intersection upon P of F, provided probability of happening F is not equals to 0 because it is in the denominator. Next, there are few properties. Before we go to the examples, let's discuss the properties. Let E and F be the two events of a sample space S of an experiment, then probability of happening the sample space after happening F, because F is a subset of S, because E and F both are the events of the same sample space, then obviously F should be the subset of S. You can see in this example, S is the sample space and F is the event starting with letter T, then obviously I can say F, this set is the subset of this one. Okay, so happening of the whole event when the subset is happen is always give you answer as 1, because P of S intersection F upon P of F, this is the formula. If I expand with the formula, now P of S intersection F, I know F is the subset of S, then S intersection F will always give you F only. So P of upon P of F is always 1. If I say probability of F into F after happening F, so it will be always 1. That is the first property. Next, probability of happening of union of a set after happening F. P of A union B, that is union of two sets after happening F, is equals to P of happening of A after F plus probability of happening B after happening F minus probability of happening of A intersection B after happening of F. So these are the second theorem. I think we discussed this problem. P of A union B is P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. That was the formula we discussed in class 11. So here we have the same formula happening of after happening of F, that only one word is added. So derivations are given. Next, property 3, probability of not happening E after happening of F is equals to 1 minus probability of happening E after F. I think this is a complementary formula. P of A plus P of A dash equals to 1. Happening plus not happening will always give you 1. Okay. So same formula will be applicable for conditional probability also. Here it is. After happening F, what is the probability of not happening E is equals to 1 minus probability of happening E after F happens. Okay, so take one example now so that you can understand the properties and the formulas one by one. A family has 2 children. Okay, so I'll go step by step. Family has 2 children. What is the sample space? Both the children can be, what are the possibilities we have? Both can be boy and boy. Okay, next, boy girl, then girl boy, then girl and girl. Is there any other possibility? Both can be boys, both can be girls, then one boy, one girl, or girl and boy. Okay, so this is the sample space when I have 2 children at home. Now, what else is given? What is the probability that both the children are boys, given that at least one of them is a boy? So you have 2 options events. The first thing you have to find is what is event E and what is event F. What is the probability that both the children are boys? So that is event E. So my event E will be both are boys. This is the sample space for this. Both are boys means B and B. Next, I have to identify what is the event F. Given that at least one of them is a boy. So F event is at least one of them is a boy. So here I can give the sample space. At least one of them is a boy. So I can consider at least one of them. At least means one, minimum one has to be boy. It can be boy boy, it can be boy girl, it can be girl boy. So I can consider G and G. So identified E event, identified F event, then immediately you find E intersection F. Okay, because we required E intersection F also. So E intersection F equals to the common elements of E intersection F. Can you tell me what is the common elements of E and F? E has only boy and boy. F has BB, BG, GB. So the common element will be
BB.
BB. Correct. So I'll go for common elements as BB. Now, what happened already? Should I write P of E slash F or F slash E? So read the question once again. What is the probability of both the children are boys given that at least one of them boy? So given that means the given thing is already happened. So should I put F of E slash F or F slash E? F happens already or E happens already?
So E slash F.
It is E slash F. E slash F because F already given that at least one of the boy. So what is the formula for this one? We insert the equation. Probability of E intersection F. Probability of E intersection F upon probability of F. Upon probability of F. So we get the formula. Probability of E intersection F. the fraction because numerator is also. So favorable outcomes in E intersection F is 1. Your sample space will consist of 4 elements. S has 4 elements. Upon probability of F, that is favorable outcomes of F is 3 and the sample space will have 4. So 1 upon 3, it goes to 3 upon 4, 4 will get cancelled. And final answer will be 1 by 3. Okay. So in this entire chapter, most thing is you have to identify what is E event, you have to identify what is F event, then you have to identify whether I have to take E slash F or F slash E. That is the most important things. These are the 3 things you have to understand. Is this example clear? Okay. See, in all of our previous classes, starting from the first probability chapter started in class 8 to class 11, we studied the denominator will always have a number before cancellation of the common factor. Denominator will always have a number which has the sample space consist. Here sample space is 4. So in all the previous examples, previous classes, the denominator will always have the number of elements will of the sample space. But here you see we have 3 in the denominator in the conditional probability. So this is something new which we have not studied in previous classes. So let me take the next example. Is our answer is correct? Yes, 1 by 3. Next one. There are 10 cards numbered from 1 to 10 are placed in a box. So as I read the question, let me make sample space. The sample space consists of the numbers from 1 to 10. 1 to 10. So I'm reading the question and making the in the box, mix it up thoroughly, and one card is drawn randomly. So one card is picked up. If it is known that the number on the card is more than 3, okay, one event is given more than 3. So let me take E as an event more than 3. So if I say more than 3, my sample space is going to be 4.
4, 5, 6.
Right. So I got it event E. So I want event F. One card, it is known that one of the drawn card is more than 3. What is the probability that it is a even number? So my F event is even number. So what are the even numbers? So when I say F event, I will not talk about even numbers from E. I talk about even numbers from S. So what are the even numbers we have? 2, 4, 6, 8. E and F are events defined from S only. F is not defined from E or E is not defined from F. Okay. Now I'll go for E intersection F. The conditional probability which is defined E from F or F from E will come in the next step. So E intersection F, what are the common elements of E and F?
4, 6, 8, 10.
4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. 4, 6, 8 and 10. Now you have to tell me whether E happened first or F happened first. You can read the question again. If it is known that the number on the card, after drawing one card, it is known that,
E slash F.
sorry,
E happened first, no, sir. E happened
E
first.
happened, then what is the chances of happening F? The question is clear. What is the probability that it is a even number? So here I'll probability of happening of F after E happens. Okay, the questions can be E slash F or F slash E equals to. So what is the formula here? It is probability of F intersection E or E intersection F, you can put E symbol, will remain same upon P of E equals to, so what is the probability of E intersection F? E has 4 elements, so it will be 4 upon 10. And what about E? E has 7 elements, I think. So it will be 7 upon 10. So 4 upon 10 upon 7 upon 10 equals to 4 upon 7. So this is the chances of. Now, let me show you. You don't know in the exam, I have to take F slash E or E slash F. So let me solve E slash F also. And you will understand what type of mistake you will get here. See, where it will come control F. So it will come control probability of F, which is equals to equation insert. Probability of E intersection F will remain same, 4 upon 10. What about probability of F?
4 upon 10.
Probability of F is 5 upon 10.
5.
Probability of F has 5 elements. So it will come as 5 upon 10. 10, 10 will get cancelled. Still it is giving 4 upon 5. I thought it will come. No. I think this method will help you. I thought it will come more than 1, but it's not coming. So only thing you have to read the question, understand. It is known that the number on the card is more than 3. So that means that already happened. Then only you'll come to know that the number is more than 3. Okay. So the event which includes more than 3 is already happened. Then what is left to happen is getting of even number. Okay. So final answer is 4 upon 7. So read the next question. In a school, there are 1,000 students, out of which 430 are girls. Okay. What are the boys? So you can mention here. Example, total we have is 1,000. The girls are given as, and boys
570.
I think know that out of 430 girls, 10% of the girls studying in class 12. What is the probability that a student is chosen randomly, studies in class 12, and given that the chosen student is a girl? Yeah, now tell me what is E event, what is F event? 10% of the girls studying in class 12. So 10% is how many girls are studying in class 12?
43.
Yes, 43 girls are studying in class 12. Now, what is the probability that student chosen randomly studies in class 12? And given that it is a girl. Yeah, tell me. Yes, students,
So not understand what?
you can take your time. My question is, what is event E and what is event F? You have to define me what is E and what is this in class. Okay, I think E is the event chosen. You can take. Say, given that the chosen student is a girl, so one of the event will be girl. So you can go for E equals to uh, girl, okay, and F is in class 12. These are the two things are given, right? See, what is the probability that a student chosen randomly studying in class 12? Student studying in the class 12, that is one event. Given that the student, a chosen student is a girl. So probability of choosing the girl is another event. Okay. So I got the E event, I got the F event. If I say girl event, 30, and will be, how can I take number studying in class 12? And only the girls. We don't know the total number of. Let me say studying in class 12. If I consider E, what did I written here? Let E denote the event that student chosen randomly studies in class 12 and F be the event randomly chosen student is a girl. Okay. All events are correct. But E I have taken as girl and F I have taken as studying in class 12. Girl, okay. If I go for probability of E, that is choosing of the girl is total number of girls is 430 upon total number of students is 1000. Okay. Now if I go for probability of F studying in class 12, how do you know? F, that will copy the E intersection F. Probability of E intersection F. What do you mean by E intersection F is it should be a girl and studying in the class 12.
33.
43 girls who are studying in a 1000. Okay. Now I to find out P of E slash F or P of F slash E. Okay. So here I taken E is a girl, F is studying in class 12. Let me read the question once again. What is the probability of a student is chosen at randomly studying in class 2? That means E F slash E because she's a girl. I mean, it's a girl. The student is a girl. We already know. Only thing I have to find out is whether she is a girl in the class 12th or not. So you can go for a formula here. So it is the probability of E intersection F. That's why we don't require here P of F. Because nowhere we are using the P of F. P of F means I should know how many students are studying in class 12th. So if I want to know, I know the girls, but I don't know the boys. So P of F we are not using anywhere, so you can exclude that. E is, that means the fractions, it is 430 43 upon 1000, and P of E is 430 upon 1000. So 1000 will get cancelled. So I have 43 upon 430. 3 upon 430 equals to 43 will get cancelled. It will be 1 upon 10. Okay, that is the answer. Probability of selecting a class 12 student when I know that student is a girl. Okay, so 1 upon 10, they are written as 0 upon 1. So is that clear for everyone till now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So we have further more questions. Like a die is thrown 3 times, and if it is 1 time, 6 outcomes are there. If it is 2 times, 6 square, that is 36 outcomes. If I throw die 3 times, it is 6 cube, so that will be 216 outcomes will be there. Event A and B are defined as follows. It's a good question. They already defined. 4 on the third throw. 4 should be there on the third throw. 6 on the first and 5 on the second throw. Okay. B is the event. 6 on the first and 5 on the second throw. Find the probability of A given that B has already occurred. Very clearly they are given. We have to find P A slash B. Probability of happening A after happening B. So first you have to list out what are the elements of A. 4 on the third throw. 1, 1, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1, 5, 4, 1, 6, 4. Then 2, 1, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 4, 2, 5, 4, 2, 6, 4. Then 3, 1, 4, 3, 2, 4, starting with 1, starting with 2, starting with 3, and okay, 3, 3, 4, 3, 4, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 6, 4. So here I have 3, 6, 4. Then similarly, like this, you think every row you are giving 6, 6, 6. So it will be 36 outcomes will come in A. What about B? 6 in the first, 5 in the second row. 651, 652, 653, 654, 655, 656. So these are the outcomes of B. When I go for A intersection B, the common elements of A and the common elements of B intersection. A and B means 6 and 5 in the first and second place and 4 in the third place. So there is only one element with 6, 5 in the first place and 4 in the next place, third place. So it will be 6, 5, 4. So probability of happening A after happening B, so they simplified it. A intersection B has only one element, so it is 1 upon 216. Upon probability of B, B has 6 elements, so 6 upon 216, it will be 1 upon 6. So what you do is solve example 6, example 7, and this exercise questions till I think all the questions you can try. Okay, you can try till question number 9, no problem. From question number 10, we'll discuss in the next class. Is the definition clear for everyone? What is the conditional probability